A great bonus with Solid Strings Book 1 are the free accompaniments arranged by Hollywood film orchestrator Sandy Stein. Just go to the free stuff menu on rubberbandarrangements.com. Give you a sample of what you're going to hear. Your friends and families will be so impressed when you perform. Welcome back. You know, you're really becoming musicians. Do you know how I know this? Not only can you play music, but you are ready to learn something that is fundamental to all musicians: scales. Scales are the foundation of all the music that you're going to play. And today we're going to learn the pattern for major scales. Every major scale is a pattern of half steps and whole steps. And that pattern remains consistent regardless of what note you start on. Today we're going to learn a D major scale. It starts on D on the D string and ends on D on the A string. We're going to start off with the pattern itself. The pattern is consistent: whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. So we're going to say that together. I'm going to ask my musicians to do the same thing with me, if you would, please. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Well, the major scales sound happy because of this pattern of whole steps and half steps. I'm going to ask Karen to play a 1-octave D major scale starting on the D string for us, and listen to how happy that sounds. Thank you, Karen. That was lovely. We're going to all play a D major scale together with our whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Let's do that together, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to demonstrate this using my feet. I'm going to take that pattern of whole steps and half steps, and I'm going to back up because I'm going to move across the room fairly quickly. I have whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. That's our major scale right there. Pretty fun. Doesn't matter what note you start on, that scale is going to be consistent. And that is a game called Major March. And I recommend that with your friends or teach it to somebody at home, take that half step and whole steps, use your feet. Find out how that feels. Take a look at what that looks like, and then translate that over to your instrument. Well, on page 14, we have a place where you can mark in, number 58, where you can mark in that major pattern. I want you to use the letter W to indicate it's a whole step. The the letter H to indicate it's a half step, so that you have that pattern of whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step, written right into your book on page 14, exercise number 58.